Stories from the Signal started a year ago last June. It has been an amazing journey and a story in and of itself. It started out for me as a way to share my finds from my many years of detecting and to get the stories out of my head that I love sharing and just put them out there in the world regardless of who ultimately views them. It's been a somewhat slow and steady climb. I have just recently hit 200 subscribers. And as a show of gratitude, I'm doing a rather unique giveaway. I'll tell you more about that in a few minutes, but first, I want to thank you. I want to thank anyone who has watched the video. I want to thank those of you who have liked and commented on my videos. I try my very hardest to respond to each and every comment I receive. I want to thank everyone who has shared a video, and for those of you who have subscribed to my channel, I am truly grateful. This last year has been amazing, and I've met some great people in this hobby. Billie Jean, thanks for the several hunts we had together, and for hosting such a welcoming detecting group on Facebook. Check out Billy Beeps if you aren't already a member. To my friends Sue and Becky from out there in the Midwest, I'm glad we met in New Hampshire and got to detect in North Carolina, and am looking forward to more events. And just know the traditions of PB&Js and soda have been passed on to others I detect with. I'm grateful for amazing channels that are out there promoting YouTubers. Liz, the Digging Canuck, and Ro, otherwise known as Diggin, and Jeff from Treasure Tales. I was so pleased to be on your shows, and grateful for yet another outlet of telling my detecting stories. And Rachael, Jersey Ray Diggs, I'm grateful to not only have been on your show, but we met in North Carolina and have detected a few times. Pulling 3 ringers out of the ground on the same day is something I won't forget. And to Mike from Great Finds, we have such amazing days detecting, and I'm grateful to have the chance to pull amazing things out of the ground with you and share in their history. To my poor friends and co-workers who don't metal detect, I recognize the fact that you maybe don't want to hear me talk about detecting or my channel, but you are all great sports. And finally, to my family, my wonderful daughter and son who endure me asking, "Have you seen my latest video yet?" knowing full well you haven't, but that's okay. My in-laws who are always eager to see my videos, thank you. And to my wife who bought me my first detector, and my guitar which I use as background music. Without you, I wouldn't have these hobbies. Without your willingness to let me go detect whole days at a time, or go off and detect for a week, 8 hours away, I wouldn't have all of these stories. I'm very grateful of all the support you have given to me, my hobby, and my channel. Thank you so much for everything. So without further ado, on to the giveaway. Like I said, this is going to be rather unique. If you ask me, and many of you have, my favorite find is the World War II sterling silver bracelet. It was lost for 70 years and is now returned to the family. That was my first video I ever made, and to this day is still my favorite find. Now, I could have kept it. The family didn't even know it was lost. The silver value was probably around $40. Those World War II bracelets sell upwards of $100 or more. Had I kept it or sold it, the story wouldn't exist. For me, this story is far more valuable than some extra money. And that is the gift I want to give to you. A story. My favorite of the videos I have put out have to be ones where I'm able to add a splash of fiction to something I have found, where I dream a little about who owned the item or how it was lost. I love the lost ring with the hidden secret and the idea that a better ring was made. The story of a World War II American soldier confronting an Italian, or the little girl using mom's thimble to serve bear tea. This brings life to items otherwise just sitting in a collection. And to date, one of my personal favorite videos is about a lock plate I found in North Carolina. It is over 120 years old, and by itself, it is a nice find. But thanks to Catalina Rose, it has a beautiful story, and it has a different place in my collection. If you haven't seen that video, pause this and go check it out to see what you could be winning. Catalina is a street artist who will write custom poetry for anyone willing to answer a few questions. When I met her on a corner in Asheville, North Carolina, sitting there with her typewriter, instead of the usual poem, I asked that she write a short story, a piece of fiction for a lock plate I found specifically to be used in a video. I'll put Catalina's information in the description. She does her poetry at weddings or other events, and you can even have a custom poem sent to you. What an amazing gift that would be for a wedding you are attending, or perhaps an anniversary, to have a poem custom written. The prize. The winner will receive a typed and framed fictional short story about their unique item, much like this one written about my lock plate. Trust me, when you share your collection with other people, this will be one of your new favorite items to share along with this framed story. Also, if you wish, we can collaborate on putting a video together about your item and the story written by Catalina. If you have a channel, the video can appear on your channel. Or I would be happy to host the video as part of Stories from the Signal. To enter, you need to be subscribed to my channel. Make this easy and just subscribe now if you aren't already. From your collection of found items, pick one that you think is worthy of a story. The item could have been found metal detecting, bottle digging, mudlarking, magnet fishing, or thrifted. If you aren't a treasure hunter, perhaps you were given a gift or inherited something unique. The item doesn't need to be your favorite find, or the oldest or most expensive. The more unique it is, the better the story may be. You can email me a photo of the item and a description. I'll provide my email in the video description and show it on the screen here. Or you can create a YouTube video. Please keep videos less than 2 minutes. In either case, your entry is completed by adding a comment on this video, letting me know you sent an email, or include a link to the video you created. Again, you need to subscribe and either send me an email and put a comment on this video indicating that you sent an email, or create a video and put a comment on this video with a link to your video. In your email or video description, let us know as much about the item as you would like, things to possibly include. If it is something not common, perhaps what the item is or how it was used, where the item was found, what type of story you think best fits the item. A love story, a comedy, tragedy are just some examples. Maybe tell us why you picked this item, what drew you to it. If you have done any research on the item, feel free to share that as well. The uniqueness of the item and description are ultimately going to be what will compel Catalina to pick the winner. Some rules. All entries must be in by Friday, October 14th, 2022 at midnight Eastern Time. Only one entry allowed per person, but if you have more than one item that are somehow related, you can submit them as one entry. Maybe they were found at the same place and you want a story to connect them. And by entering the contest, you agree that I can use images and videos entered in the contest as part of a video for Stories from the Signal. I do want to highlight all the amazing entries. Please keep everything family friendly. I have no idea how many people are going to enter this giveaway. With that in mind, I'm going to do the first round of judging. I will pick my list of the top 5 to 10 favorite entries and pass them on to Catalina. Since I may know some of the people making entries, she will make the final decision on the winner. She will pick the item and description that most inspire her to make a story. Actually, when I pitched this idea to Catalina, she said, why not do 2 stories? So with that in mind, she will pick her top 2 favorite entries. She will then write the stories, and we will frame them and get them sent to the winners. I don't think the fun should stop there. As in the case of the story she wrote about my lock, an interesting find with a great story deserves a video. So once the story has been written, I will collaborate with the winners to get videos published on YouTube. What I really like about this contest, besides the fact that we are going to build stories together, is that you will get to spend time with your collection. You will get to think about your finds in a new light. I can't wait to see what kind of entries we get. Thank you all for your support.